In today's rapidly evolving defense landscape, two missile systems continue to grab headlines in 2025 as the Storm Shadow and the AIM-9 Sidewinder. While this may seem a bit off the road from our usual discussions here at Car Update, the technology behind these precision-guided weapons has surprisingly strong links to modern automotive systems, from guidance and targeting algorithms to propulsion efficiency and real-time control interfaces. Let's dive into what makes these missiles so advanced in 2025, and how their development shares DNA with the tech we see under the hoods of some of the most futuristic cars today. Let's start with the Storm Shadow missile. Originally developed by MBDA, the Storm Shadow is a long-range, air-launched cruise missile that has become a key part of many NATO-aligned arsenals. As of 2025, the Storm Shadow has undergone several major software and hardware upgrades, particularly in its guidance and terrain-following systems. Designed to strike high-value targets with extreme precision, it's often launched from aircraft like the Eurofighter Typhoon or the French Rafale. Its range exceeds 250 kilometers. Though the exact number is classified. What makes it even more impressive is its low observability. It flies low to the ground using terrain-hugging technology to avoid radar detection. Now, imagine that same real-time terrain reading capability applied to autonomous vehicles. You'd essentially have cars capable of reading and adapting to surface conditions at high speeds, optimizing not only performance but also energy efficiency and safety. The Storm Shadow uses a combination of GPS, inertial navigation, and digital terrain mapping to weave its way through air defenses. These same technologies are increasingly being applied in advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS, where LiDAR and radar are being used to map out the road ahead and make real-time driving decisions. Switching gears quite literally we move to the AIM-9 Sidewinder. This short-range, infrared-guided missile has been a staple of Western air forces for decades, but the 2025 variant has evolved well beyond its heat-seeking origins. Originally developed in the 1950s, the Sidewinder has had a remarkable run, constantly updated to remain relevant in modern aerial combat. The latest AIM-9X Block 3 variant includes a high off-bore sight targeting system and thrust vectoring controls, giving it incredible agility and precision in close-range dogfights. Here's where it gets interesting for those of us passionate about cars. The kind of agile, vector-based maneuvering the Sidewinder uses is very similar to torque vectoring systems in performance vehicles. In cars, torque vectoring adjusts the amount of power sent to each wheel to enhance cornering performance and traction. In the Sidewinder, thrust vectoring adjusts the direction of the rocket's exhaust, enabling tight turns that would be impossible through aerodynamic surfaces alone. It's this type of cross-disciplinary innovation that fuels progress in both defense and consumer tech. In 2025, the Storm Shadow is being actively used in high-stakes global situations, often launched from stealth-capable platforms in contested environments. Its warhead is designed to penetrate hardened structures before detonation, using a two-stage broach warhead system. The first creates a hole, the second penetrates deeper and detonates inside. This depth strike capability is critical in modern warfare, especially in scenarios where collateral damage must be minimized. Much like high-endurance electric vehicles today, the Storm Shadow was optimized for range and energy conservation, using a turbojet engine that carefully balances power output and fuel consumption to hit targets with accuracy hundreds of kilometers away. Meanwhile, the AIM-9 Sidewinder in 2025 continues to be a key part of short-range aerial dominance. Unlike the Storm Shadow, which is pre-programmed to strike fixed targets, the Sidewinder is reactive. It locks onto the infrared signature of enemy aircraft, pursuing them in real time with astonishing speed. The modern AIM-9X can even be cued by a pilot's helmet just by looking at the target. That's right, look, fire. This level of human-machine interaction is increasingly seen in advanced automotive systems too, where eye tracking and biometric inputs are used to improve driver focus and safety response times. While one is a cruise missile and the other a heat-seeking dogfighter, both systems reflect the cutting edge of military engineering in 2025. They share a common theme: The fusion of real-time data, adaptive control systems, and high-performance propulsion. That convergence isn't exclusive to the skies, it's showing up more and more on the roads. Advanced EVs from brands like Tesla, Rivian, and even Porsche now feature embedded software that rivals early missile guidance systems in complexity. Think real-time diagnostics, predictive maintenance algorithms, and adaptive suspension. It's all about using data to make dynamic decisions. The key lesson here is how military R&D often acts as a test bed for future civilian technology. Radar, GPS, fly-by-wire systems all started in the military. The Storm Shadow and Sidewinder are just the latest platforms showing how sensors, propulsion, and AI decision-making are reshaping every mode of transport. Missile control surfaces are now being replicated in active aerodynamics on hypercars. Infrared tracking systems used in air-to-air missiles are the basis for night vision and pedestrian detection systems in luxury SUVs. 2025's battlefield and roadway are more alike than you might think. Both are increasingly digital, data-driven environments where reaction speed, precision, and adaptability are critical. Whether it's a Storm Shadow silently navigating terrain to deliver a pinpoint strike, or a Sidewinder weaving through the sky in pursuit of a target, the technology that powers these missiles is part of the same innovation ecosystem that's transforming your daily drive. And it's only going to accelerate from here. So next time you're behind the wheel of an EV with Level 3 autonomy or adaptive cruise control, remember the same principles keeping a missile locked onto its target are keeping your car centered in its lane. That's the future, and it's firing on all cylinders.